Hey, it's Nina Nevsky from Worship Piano Tutorials, and I want to show you how to play the song So Will I by Hillsong. Such a beautiful song, and the introduction looks like this. God of creation. And you go into the verse. So really simple. What I'm playing in the introduction is D, playing D, F sharp, minor, and E. And so before I go into the details, I just want to remind you that I have lessons up on my website that you can check out, and I talk about inverted chords, scales, how to play by ear, lots of good stuff. So go ahead and check it out. It's on the right top corner of this video. You'll get a link. So again, what I'm doing for the introduction is I'm playing with my left hand the bass note of each chord. So D, and then F sharp, and then E. And then what I'm doing with my right hand is I'm playing a third of each of those chords. So for example, the D here, I'm playing a third of the D. And then third F sharp minor, and then third of E. And then again, third of D, third of F sharp minor, and then third of E. So I'm pretty much switching off between right and left hand. So it's hard to keep track when I'm trying to do it slow, so. So what I want you to keep in mind is not to play these keys at the same volume. So you want to keep the bass kind of like, I don't know, like just really quiet and soft, and you kind of let the right hand lead. So for example, like, you know, you don't want to be playing the bass really hard, like, you know what I mean? So you want to keep the bass kind of soft, so. So I get louder and lower as I get to the F and E. So notice that. God of creation. So pretty simple. If you need to watch that again, go back, rewind, and you can also watch it in slow motion. So going into the verse, the chords are the same as the introduction. You have your D. I'm going to be playing D inverted. I have a lesson on inverted chords if you want to learn more about them. They're awesome. And then you go to F sharp minor and then E. I'm also playing inverted. And then that repeats again. You have your D, F sharp minor, E. That repeats again. And then you have a D, A, and then E. And then you go into the chorus. So I'm not going to show you how I do the verse. You can choose between playing regular chords for the verse or going along with the pattern. So if you're a beginner and you're singing and playing the song, I suggest just playing chords. Just really simple. God of creation, there at the start, before the beginning of time. So don't feel bad for just playing chords. But if you are able to sing and play the whole pattern thing, so go ahead. That's going to be even more beautiful. So I'll kind of show you how I do that, and I'll go back and show you details. So. Creation, there at the start, before the beginning of time. With no point of reference, you spoke to the dark and fleshed out the wonder of light. So now we go to A. And as you speak, really quiet here. 100 billion galaxies are born. So back to go into the verse. Really simple. I'm pretty much playing the same thing as I played in the introduction for the verse until the last part, right? When you get to that A, which I'm going to be playing a fifth of A and then a third of E. As you speak, I kind of let go. I just play that first chord of the chorus and I let go, make it really quiet. So moving on to the chorus, the chords are A, F sharp minor, E, playing inverted. And the vapor of your breath, you have an A over C sharp, the planets form, and you have a D, and then F sharp minor, the stars are made to worship, D, so will I, back to A, and that kind of repeats. And then at the end you just add the F sharp minor, E, and A over C sharp to kind of transition to the verse. So I'm going to show you how I do the verse, the chorus, I mean, and you're just going to see me playing really simple style. I'm going to be playing the bass notes and then a triad with my right hand. So I'm going to start out the chorus really quietly. As you speak, 100 billion galaxies are born. In the vapor of your breath, the planets form. If the stars are made to worship, so will I could see your heart in everything you made. Every burning star, a single fire of grace. If creation sings your praises, so will I. So you saw that I kind of added these notes here, and you can add them more than I did, obviously. They literally could be replayed over and over again for every chord. So essentially what I'm playing here is the E chord, and I'm playing the 5th, 4th, 3rd, 1st, and then back to 3rd and 4th and 5th of the E chord. And I play that for every, what helps me start that is at the end chord of every line. So for example, breath the planets form. So I'm playing that end D, and I know that I need to start that. So you could either play that the whole time through, or just add it in select places. Like I added it in select places because it's a lot harder for me to sing and play that constantly. So I just kind of add it in the ends of some chords. But feel free to just keep that on replay throughout the chorus. So I'm going to show you how to do that in the stronger chorus of 2. So anyway, after this, you end it off with praise is so alive. You go to A over C sharp. God of your promise, don't speak in vain. So in verse 2, you could either play stronger triad chords, or you could do the same thing here. A syllable empty or void. For once you have spoken. And as you finish that off, you go into a stronger chorus. So follow the A. And as you speak, 100 billion creatures catch your breath. So you notice that this chorus is a lot stronger, evolving in pursuit of what you say. You can tell how hard it is for me to play this and sing. But anyway, you get the point. You can add this in every single chord. And if you do add it, make sure your chords with your left hand don't sound empty. So either hit them like a lot or do the flowy style. That way you're kind of covering a range of notes here. And you're not, you know, creating too much empty space because your right hand is going to be on these notes. Anyway, so after chorus 2, you end it off with, so if creation still obeys you, so will I to 4, 5, 6, 7. So alive. And you go into that the stars are made, and you go into the bridge. So I'm going to show you that again. I just wanted to show you with counting the first time so that you know that it's like that eighth. During that eighth step is when you do the transition chord. So for example, you ended off with the A. The F sharp minor is a transition from A to E. So for example, so la, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Just once. So la, go to E. And then after E, you're playing that A over C sharp as a transition. So la. And you go into that instrumental right away. So just go ahead and like practice that counting because it really matters. So I'm just going to show you without counting. Oh, bass is so alive. So alive. So alive. The stars are made to worship, so alive. And you go into the bridge. Hope that makes sense. The introduction before the bridge and the bridge chords are D. What I'm playing here is an inverted D, kind of, without the first. And then I play this, and then I go into kind of like a D again. And then I go into a F sharp minor kind of chord, and then an E. Back to D, and the F sharp minor, and then an E, and I go into the bridge. Stars are made to worship, so alive. Notice you go into F sharp minor all the way at I, and then you go into E. The mountains bow in reverence, so alive. So it goes on, playing the same thing, really simple style. You're playing triad with your right and bass with your left. So if everything exists to lift you high, so alive. If the wind goes where you send it, so alive. So if you want to build up here, I suggest you go with the bass. Cry out in silence, so alive. Look at my bass. The bass does wonders, right? You're just pressing the triad more and you're pressing on the bass like this. And the song of your praise is so far shine. I'll sing again 100 billion times. Chase down my heart, all of my failures and pride. So you could do that same rhythm as we saw in the beginning. Hail you created, light of the world, abandoned in darkness to die. So you saw that difference on the bridge. The buildup was huge, right? Bass was full on triads, right? And then you go into complete silence of verse 3. And then you go into the third chorus, which is pretty soft. 100 billion failures disappear. So the last chorus, you're pretty much doing it pretty quietly. Same exact chords. I just recommend playing the simple play style. You're just playing triads and bass. And then the outro is just really quiet. So like, you would again 100 billion times. So kind of press the triad, and then you can support the rhythm with like one of the notes of the triad. Oh, a measure could amount to your desire. You're the one who never leaves the one behind. You can kind of end off the song with that outro. It's so beautiful. I think that last line is literally everybody's favorite line. At least it's my favorite line. He never leaves the one behind. It's so incredible. Anyway, guys, go ahead and share this song with someone that you know who wants to learn to play piano and they absolutely love this song. It's a really easy play, I feel like. And go ahead and check out my lessons on my website. I'm sure they're going to be so helpful to you. And I have heard so many incredible testimonies of people just excelling in their piano by doing those lessons. So go ahead and check them out. I'd love to see you there. And I will see you on my next tutorial. Bye.